yes. In a world where Edward and his hat can't be separated. And Ian shops for Digimon cards. He's like a pineapple judge. That looks like a Digimon.
Yeah, it may look like a Digimon card. It is not.
Why does that Digimon vibrate, Ian?
You know why it vibrates. The same reason they all vibrate.
And on that note, welcome to the Sofa Kingdom podcast with your host, Nelson.
Ed.
The gang is all here. We got some new shit for y'all.
That's some old shit.
Goddamn right. Because, you know, you can't have new shit without some old shit. You know, it's a mixed bag.
To have newer shit, there must have been shit that has come before.
So I think we jump right into some trailers.
Yeah,
Why not?
Let's start with that strong showing from Slayers.
Oh,
No,
my
no.
God. No.
It looked extra mid. Right down the middle. Nothing exciting.
No.
Nobody tried.
All the B and C tier support, not even main B and C tier support actors.
Yeah, it's no guys at a bunch of studio, God knows what studio, just sitting around brainstorming.
Probably
Can't-
Sony.
Can't come up with an idea. And they're like, let's make a vampire movie with who's that guy that was the Punisher?
Yeah.
And that girl from the Watchmen movie.
From that thing. You know, that girl from that
girl
thing.
from that thing.
So
And then give him a crossbow because it's 2020.
One of the
He's not
McClouds
Van
now.
Helsing.
He's
Yes.
dropped his sword and now he's hunting vampires.
Everybody knows the most effective weapon for killing a vampire.
He is very good at killing immortals.
Yeah.
So
Fair.
We'll give him that, but this movie looks so bad. I don't even know if it's made for TV or it looks like just...
I was waiting for a streaming platform to pop up at the end, but
Yeah.
I wasn't.
The
It looked
guy
like
from
Peacock, right? Would pop up like at the
like
end
something.
the guy from The Mummy's still working. He's in an awful looking show that's coming out.
there. God damn.
Ludik.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard it right. Ludik.
Ludik.
It should just be called Dick because that's exactly what you're going to get
Yeah.
if you watch that show.
And when you hear the word ludic, the trailer you picture in your head is the trailer. So
Yeah.
it's yeah. You're not missing out there.
Imagine your local furniture salesman is a mafia hitman. And as enticing as that sounds, that is the plot of this show based on the trailer.
Kevin Hart and Wahlberg are in something. Look good.
That
Looks
looked good.
Looks
Me
funny.
time.
Me
It looks
time.
That
good.
actually looked like it could be funny.
It
Yes.
can't be worse than the man from Toronto.
Hopefully, all the funny parts are not in the trailer.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, which is what they did in The Man from Toronto. I was totally honey-dicked into watching that shit, and I was like, yeah, this shit looks great. And then it wasn't. It was a subpar movie, especially from the likes of Kevin Hart and Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, Kevin Hart's just churning them out there, man. He's trying to keep up with The Rock, so he's like, you know.
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, that's good.
And he's like, I don't know, maybe the size of the dick compared to The Rock.
So yeah,
So he's trying to make that money.
he's
there.
coming up short in more ways than one. So yeah, it's not working out for him.
But listen, Kevin Hart has delivered in the past. Still love his stand-up. Still love some of his better movies, like the one that he did with Will Smith, where he pretended to teach him how to survive in jail.
Oh, you mean Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell. Will
Yeah.
Ferrell. Yeah, not Will Smith. God
It says
damn
Will
it.
Smith. What the
God
fuck?
damn it.
Get hard.
Get Hard. Yes, yes.
yes.
That movie was fucking great.
It was good.
But this looks funny. Mark Wahlberg, he always delivers too. He's another one of my favorite actors.
Unless he's in M. Night Shyamalan's The Habit.
I thought you were gonna say Transformers, but I was like, I forgive him for Transformers.
Transformer.
Yeah.
He was also in he was also in that fucking terrible movie with The Rock and who's the dude that played the Falcon?
Oh,
my
you're
God.
talking about where
Pain
they're
and Gain.
lifting Pain and Gain.
Gain. That movie was shit.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
That movie was shit.
You know what? It wasn't too bad.
Oh my god. That movie
It
was
is based
terrible.
on a true story.
It's
Yeah.
based on a true story.
Well, that real story sucked.
There were forgivable moments. Like, I got through it like, this isn't a great movie. It's not even a good movie. But I was like, I laughed a couple of times. I was like, all right. I went along for the ride.
The Weird Al trailer.
That
Yes.
looked
That
good.
looked good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
I did not know that he slept with Madonna.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
that's definitely an
I
interesting
had
point.
seen
That- yeah.
something somewhere saying that the movie itself may be a parody on biopics. So it may, just like most of all of Weird Al's work, not be the whole truth.
And that's okay. And I'm
That's
sure
good. That's appropriate.
and I'm sure Madonna, she's like, I'll sign off on sleeping with Weird Al. Let's do it.
like
We know you did it.
we need
Madonna.
Coolio, the actual Coolio in the movie playing
Yeah.
Coolio. He needs a little redemption for everything with Weird Al by being in
Yeah.
his movie.
Yeah, that didn't go over well when he stole Gangster's Paradise. Amish Paradise.
But you know what? You gotta forgive Weird Al because he does it so well.
He does.
I think that was probably the only song he didn't actually get permission for.
Probably. Yeah.
Like he at one point people were like, "You aren't famous enough if Weird Al isn't trying to cover one of your songs."
Sure.
'Cause he did Michael Jackson's Bad. It was fat.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know I'm fat.
Instead of
Or
beat
Beat
it,
It.
eat
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And what else did he do? I mean,
I always
American Pie. He did a Star Wars parody.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
Anakin guy.
But you know what? I always confuse Weird Al Yankovic for the guy that breaks the watermelons with the
Oh,
mallet.
Gallagher.
Well,
Yeah.
Gallagher or
I always
Gallagher
like think
too.
of them the
You got-
same
you
way.
got-
Like, you know what
Now
I mean?
you
Like,
you want it to be the original Gallagher. You don't want it to be the brother that bought the act and then did a terrible job with it.
right,
God.
but like Gallagher isn't Zorro. That's where
terrible.
he fucked
You
up.
didn't know that?
I did not know.
Yeah.
this.
Gallagher sold his act
Yes.
to he's called Gallagher too. I don't think he actually toured as
Wow.
Gallagher too, but it was literally the same act. He just did what he purchased.
Right? He bought into it. He bought into it.
Wow.
But like I said, he's not Zorro. You can't just pass on the mask
Yeah.
and then he takes over. People wanted to see the original Gallagher, and I guess it was
How can you? Never mind.
yeah. At the time, it was novelty, right?
Yeah.
People went in there because it was stupid. It was shock factor.
You sit in the front row.
You wearing your fucking raincoat.
That used to happen with musical acts. Actually, I believe the guys from ZZ Top used to be a band. So there was I forget the original name of the band, but there was a band and there was multiple people doing the band going around touring, and it was all on the up and up. And eventually it got caught and a bunch of the people disappeared. They grew long ass beards and just came back with their own music and actually
Interesting.
became massive hits.
Oh shit.
That's actually that's pretty funny, and like, you know what? Fuck it, good for them. They're like, how long can we get away with this bullshit? You
Yep.
know what I mean? Like even like the Blues Brothers, I believe, had different iterations and versions of
Yeah.
themselves. Did they not?
I really only know the one with Dan Aykroyd and
There was a Blues Brothers 2000.
Yeah, yeah,
So-
yeah. So you know, look, some things should just stay dead and buried.
Speaking of dead things, the Adams Family Wednesday
Ooh,
trailer.
I like the
Yes.
transition there. yes,
That
yes.
looks good. That looks
Yeah,
good.
she starts off with piranhas in the pool.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
You-
for me, I'm in.
If you start your trailer out with throwing a bunch of red-bellied piranhas into a pool full of school children,
Yeah, man. Come on, you gotta go with
you
that
got
shit.
me. You
It
got
looks
me.
like they're-
I was
they're
surprised with the
leaning-
violence, though.
They're leaning right into the darker aspect, and they're not playing with it like the way they did with like the cartoon and the show in the movies before, where like it's hinted at but not really shown. It's like, no, it looks like they're gonna just go for it with this.
I'm with it. I mean, and Tim Burton, it looks like he's
Yeah,
directing
Tim Burton's
it
involved. Yeah.
or involved with it, so it's his production
Catherine
company
Zeta-Jones
behind it.
as Morticia. I'm fine with that. The guy they picked to play Gomez is like I'm trying to think of his name, but he's in a lot of stuff.
Yes,
he's a
you
hideous
see-
actor.
You see him all the time.
Oh,
He's
my
an
God.
ugly man, but he is funny as
he,
fuck.
he is
But
very
to be
funny.
fair, in real life, Catherine Zeta-Jones likes little old wrinkly dudes.
Yes,
I mean,
yes. And the original Addams Family. This is a depiction of
Yeah,
that.
from the original comic strip, that
Yep.
that was the thing. He was kind of a weird-looking little guy, tall smoke show, and that was kind of part of the aesthetic.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And look, Rob Zombie, you shit the bed. Because as far as
Yeah.
remakes are concerned, the Addams Family, I'm interested. And I didn't even want to watch it, but because of the trailer, I'm like,
That
I'm
is
going
how
to give
you
this
make
shit.
a trailer of an old 30s sitcom.
Yeah.
Fuck
dude.
yeah,
Like,
you
come
don't
on.
do a fake, like old school clap, like the applause, like, oh yeah. Like,
Oh, it was so
Dude,
bad.
that-
oh my God.
That,
so bad.
that Munsters trailer sunk that ship.
Oh my God.
There has been numerous articles that I've seen pop up where like, can a trailer ruin a project?
Sonic the
And
Hedgehog.
it sure as hell looks like
Sonic
it.
the Hedgehog.
Or save it when they
Yeah,
when they put
yeah.
out the
Ugly-
second trailer.
ugly Sonic.
Children, yeah, adults and children everywhere are like, fucking change that thing's face.
But you know what?
Change that face
After
now.
they did,
did
got a
okay.
Sonic 1, a Sonic 2.
Yeah.
I don't know how. There's 2 movies, right?
There's going to be a
Yeah.
third one already. Yeah.
You know, so I mean, it did save it.
Is Jim Carrey going to be in that one? Because I heard he was
I
done.
don't know. I think
He's weird though. He always says he's done. He doesn't want to act. He doesn't want to do this, and then he pops up and he's doing shit.
I
You know,
think
that's his style.
he's in the lane of he doesn't have to do it if he's not interested.
Right.
Which is what Daniel Radcliffe after the Harry Potter movies. That's literally and he said it. He's like I have enough money from these movies that I don't have to do anything unless it seems interesting. And he is interested in some weird shit.
Yeah, he did.
And it's fantastic.
He did like The Lady in Black or something.
Yes.
And then he did Guns Akimbo. He was doing a bunch of stuff.
He did a movie where he's a dead body the whole movie.
Yeah. And now
So Harry Potter 3.
he might. This might be his next. This might be his next thing, though, man. I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
listen,
He's got a show with Buscemi, and it's every
Really?
season it's a different show. So every
shit.
season they reset, and it's a whole new aesthetic,
I didn't even
different
know.
time
I
period.
I love Steve Buscemi.
Yeah, he's another fucking weirdo though, right?
Yeah.
Steve
What was he
Buscemi?
just in? Yeah. What was Steve Buscemi
I
just
mean,
in?
he's
A Miracle Workers. That's what it's
a
called.
miracle worker.
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't heard
the,
of this.
the first season is based off a short story, but there was only that short story. So then the next season, when they were like, we can do another, they're like, well, make it an anthology, a whole different thing. So the next season, so the first season they're like workers from heaven trying to save Earth,
Okay.
and then the second season they're like on like the Oregon Trail. It's like a complete departure. They're on the Oregon Trail. He's a priest, and there's
that's
like
cool.
a clear charlatan who's trying to lead them somewhere, but then it's absolutely ridiculous. But it is worth at least a watch to see.
I
if
feel like
it's
Steve Buscemi was
something interesting
was
for
just
you.
in something that we were watched, and he was like a preacher. He was like marrying somebody, and I remember looking on stage going, "Is that Steve Buscemi?" It was, but I can't think of it now. Off the top of my head, I can't think of
I
what it
don't
was.
know,
But
yeah.
he's staying active too. I guess
Yeah.
he doesn't need money either after Boardwalk
No.
Empire and everything
Yeah.
he's done.
Oh no, he's
mean-
one of those actors that he always finds a lane. He can
He's,
always get
he's
into
in so
anything.
much Quentin Tarantino stuff. And
Yeah.
Adam Sandler.
And
He's like
Adam
in both
Sandler.
universes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's what I was thinking. Adam Sandler shit.
One of
He's
my
just-
favorite roles of him though is definitely Con Air,
Mm.
where he plays Garland Green, the serial killer. Oh my God, Steve Buscemi is so good in that.
Well, wasn't he Reservoir Dogs? Steve
Yes,
Buscemi?
yes, he was Mr. Pink. And
Mr.
I
Pink.
cannot repeat the quote because of the words used, but it is a great movie.
It is a great movie.
It is a
yes,
great
yes,
movie.
it is. So I mean, back to Daniel
why
Radcliffe.
am I
though.
Mr. Pink?
You mentioned it before. This motherfucker is jacked.
Yeah.
He's on some steroids, bro.
Yeah, dude took the Harry Potter
Yeah,
thing
for
seriously,
a couple years now, he definitely had gotten.
Do you think he was getting picked on as Harry Potter? So he's like, I better get jacked
Weird
because I got
Al.
to defend myself.
Weird Al was never that big.
No, he was
I-
always a
never
skinny
that big.
motherfucker,
No,
right?
this
Yeah,
predates
and-
Weird Al. I believe after or at least during like the end of filming with Harry Potter, he started having drinking problems and things like that. I think once the Harry Potter end, he kind of stopped, took stock, and started like getting his self kind of all in place and all that. And
Butterbeer was getting to him.
yeah.
It's interesting. Well, see, okay, I was trying to look up the name. That's like because there was another child actor that just popped up like on the news feed that they were saying she worked with iCarly.
Oh yeah,
And-
on the Nickelodeon.
Yeah, and like Nickelodeon was trying to pay her off not to put her story out there depicting her childhood, like and
Yeah.
the problems that she had as a child actor.
Oh, and to make their
her
company look
mother. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, you made a lot of money. Now you can
yeah.
talk shit. You know what I mean?
Please don't tell the truth.
Yeah, It's kind of like after like Daenerys, she's like, I don't want any of my nude scenes out there. Now that you're a huge star and you made millions of
Well, I
dollars.
believe she actually even turned down a couple roles because there was a remake of the show, and she could have gotten onto it, but she's had so much kind of like bad history with it.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I don't even want to do it. And
There
she-
must
she-
there
well,
must have
fair
been,
enough.
There must have been a real shitty director just like, all right, now take your top off.
Yeah,
all
and
right.
I'm sure that happens all the time because it happens to me when I'm at like Publix.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like the grocers are like, "Hey, boy," I'm like, "No, I will not do it again." All right, this is the last time, but no more after this.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, I get it, but still, it's like, okay, people have to like choose their lane,
Yep.
stay in it, and then you could, do whatever you want as an actor or actress. And
It's difficult
and the
because
whole
like
nine.
you're in that situation, especially when you're a starting actress. It's like it's,
I get it. Yeah.
you get these sleazeballs like the Harvey Weinsteins and shit.
Sure.
And they're like, all right, in this scene you're gonna show your asshole. It's
Yeah.
like, and like you're like, God damn it, like.
But I'm
hearing
just
this
turning
fucking-
butter.
Yeah, yeah. You're like, this is a biopic about the Amish in Pennsylvania. Okay, but in this scene you're gonna see your asshole.
Oh
you
yeah,
know? So it's
because
like,
this is how the Amish turn butter.
Everyone
Okay,
knows
all right.
you make butter with your ass out. So it's like, all right, okay, well, okay.
Yeah, I can
So
see
you're
that.
you're just trying to make it. So.
Yeah, no, yeah, for real. Another movie trailer that we seen that looked good was the one with Steve Carell. Actually, it's a TV show.
Yeah.
Patient.
The Patient. And it just came out, so I'm definitely gonna sit down and probably watch that tonight.
I feel like Steve Carell's serious stuff is like his better stuff.
Yeah,
It's not. It's never a real big surprise when you have very funny, especially deadpan comedians that end up being also excellent in the serious side roles.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you see like Robin Williams when he did Good Will Hunting.
Exactly.
Came home with the Oscar.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
well, there you go.
No, but it seems to me that like when you watch Steve Carell transform from one role to the next, he knocks it out of the park every time. And it's been getting like really good reviews online. So the trailer itself looked fucking fantastic. So I know I'm definitely in to watch that. I'm definitely down for that. She-Hulk, been enjoying that shit.
Yes. Second episode dropped.
Yes.
I'm going to go as far as say I'm as entertained as any Marvel show that they've put out. I am loving it. So
Yeah.
Yep.
bad critical reviews, you can suck a fat one.
Yeah,
I'm still going to watch.
I don't get the bad reviews because it's lighthearted, it's funny, like
Yeah.
they're leaning into the roles
But it's
really
a
well.
woman as the Hulk. Ugh. Fuck.
Yeah, like, you
I
guys
can hear it.
gotta
I can hear it.
Fucking get over
I can hear the whole
yourself.
state of Alabama rising as
But
one.
not only that, first it was like, we don't want sexy Hulk, we want bulky Hulk. It's
Oh,
like,
no.
what? The original She-Hulk, that was her. Like, later iterations became what she is. and-
I'll take either one.
No, but I love the actress. The show has been doing well. I like the way that they're playing. I like breaking the fourth wall.
Change her name to She-Bulk.
She-Hulk. She's like, that name better not stick.
You get over here. You get over here.
They're like, let's be honest, Hulk sucks as a name as well. You know what I mean? Like, she's like, all right, yeah, that's true. Yeah. But I'm definitely enjoing She-Hulk. And
Yeah, I look forward to its every episode, and
Yeah.
so I'm still hooked. I liked how they ended the last episode. They kind of tied in Shang-Chi and the Seven Rings.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
tied it in.
Yeah.
So I was
She's
like,
like-
oh man, how you gonna spin this one?
Yeah, because I would have thought that
And
they would have.
also, how did he get out? Like
Come on.
did he just break out and then go to this to make some money, or
Well,
did
we know-
Wong,
we-
did Wong fuck around?
I think
And we
I'm pretty
definitely
sure.
know Wong is involved.
Yeah, we at the very least it looks like Wong brings him back.
Yes.
they throw the fight.
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
So either Wong is the one who's getting him out and bringing him back, or
So are we to believe?
Wong knew he was out and he was complicit, and then he eventually got caught.
So are we to believe that Wong, the number 2 guy, that Doctor Stephen Strange?
You mean the Sorcerer Supreme?
Actually, he is
Wong,
the Sorcerer Supreme.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. So
yes.
there you go. The Sorcerer Supreme broke into a maximum security prison to break out a monster.
Yes.
To fight him in a southeastern country to
Yes.
throw the fight to make some money.
Well, he did find enlightenment.
Right. So what if Wong is the one that's been leading him down the path
That's
of enlightenment?
exactly
He's
where I
been
was
a part
going.
of his rehabilitation program without anybody knowing until, he showed up in a fight,
I like that theory.
underground
Like
street
that theory.
fight. You know what I mean? So I
So I
think
grew up reading Hulk comics, so I'm a big fan of like
Yeah.
the Abomination
Yeah.
and the Mole Man and the Leader. Like I love when the Hulk villains actually get some
Yeah.
attention. So
now not only that, Mark Ruffalo was saying like he's willing to stick around and play the Hulk as long
Yep.
as they're as long as
He's
possible.
even talked about
playing the maestro.
exactly.
And if
He's
they
talking
see,
about
and if they
playing the
CGI
old
him,
gritty Hulk.
and if they CGI him, he can do it forever.
Yeah.
And where did he go last episode?
I don't
They
know.
picked him up and they took
Now,
him away.
what kind of a
Are we
ship
gonna
is
see
that?
a World Breaker Hulk?
Well, that
There's a World Breaker Hulk coming.
I think that ship is taking him back to where he was, to the arena planet. I think they might be introducing some more Hulks. It's plausible his son Scar comes in.
Planet Hulk.
That
Yeah.
would be dope. That would be dope. I'm looking up what kind of a ship it's called.
He said it. He said it in the first.
Yeah, I don't recall what said
race it was, but
Yeah.
I know he said they came to talk to him. I mean, technically, they're responsible for She-Hulk now in this canon, in this timeline. Those fuckers wouldn't have cut the road off.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a Sakaran spaceship.
Yes.
So
The planet Sakaar is the one he absorbs to become the World Breaker.
yeah, man, they're leaning in hard
just
on some
saying.
Hulk shit, bro.
Yeah.
World Breaker Hulk, just by standing on the planet, shakes the very core. So that's the.
I'm fucking in.
Yeah,
but if you need some crazy level powered monsters to
You're
fight
right.
Celestials, you gotta up their levels.
Yeah,
Like, they
World
did it with
Breaker
Hulk.
Hulk could definitely
Yeah,
punch a Celestial in the
That's
face.
what I'm saying.
As
That's what I'm saying.
fun as
Smart Hulk.
Professor
Smart
Hulk is.
No, smart
they
Hulk.
they might have to bring back a slightly
More
less
savage.
intelligent Hulk.
But if they go World Breaker Hulk, some bad shit has to happen to Hulk first.
This is what I'm saying. Let's do
Bad
it.
shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, yeah. But
Yeah.
I'm with it. And leaning into movies and TV
kill his
shows.
family back.
Fuck it. Fuck it. If you need to bring back the Savage, you listen. All the
What if there's a
Punisher's
world-
family's dead. Batman's family's dead. Superman's family's dead. They're all fucking dead, bro. They're orphans.
What if there's a
Listen,
World
you
Breaker?
heard She-Hulk apparently being an orphan.
is a part of the prerequisite to be a superhero?
What if there's a World Breaker She-Bulk? Or it's just a big fat She-Hulk.
Let's do it. Let's just melt them into one Uber Hulk. Yeah.
It identifies as
A
they and them.
two-headed Hulk.
We'll bring back Ezra Miller in and just CGI him fat. So that's like the She-Bulk, the World
Fuck
Breaker.
Ezra Miller, man. Fuck that guy.
He's onto a path of enlightenment as well.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
I actually have some faith in DC after the Sandman. I have a little bit of faith in them.
Yes, and
That
look,
that can save them.
it wasn't the only one
Yeah,
that did good. Peacemaker was great.
But that wasn't done by. I mean, it was done by DC, but it wasn't done.
A lot
by
of people
DC.
don't realize
It was
it's-
done
yeah.
by Neil Gaiman.
Okay, but look,
Yeah,
Peacemaker was great.
Yes.
Okay, Titans.
Fair, I forgot about
well
that.
done. Titans was not a bad show. I've liked all of the.
Are we talking
seasons of
about? Are we talking
Titans.
about the? Are we gonna ignore the CGI? What was his name? What's Raven's dad's name?
King Triton?
No,
King Triton?
Trigon.
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 Yeah. Okay,
Yeah, are we
listen,
gonna ignore the CGI Trigon?
I can for the rest of the show.
Okay, good. Okay.
They're saying this next season is gonna focus more on Beast Boy too, and his different transformations. They're finally gonna break him out into the storyline of being the real Beast Boy. Because right now,
Or he can
I
turn
think
into
he's
a
only
T-Rex.
transformed into 2 animals so far.
Yeah, it's pretty lame.
Yeah, so I was like, come on, give him his fucking powers. It's like 6 seasons. What are you doing?
Budget.
Here? Yeah,
So, yeah, exactly.
this is true.
You're not gonna fight Trigon as a tiger.
No,
Yeah.
you can't do it, bro. You
The
can't do
Lord
it.
of Hell
Yes.
does not fear a tiger.
You got to transform into a cricket. Everybody
Yeah.
knows Trigon.
I
is
like
believe.
crickets.
I believe they've written some other things, and then from on high they said, "Money."
money. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so there have been a couple of good TV shows, really good cartoons like Harley Quinn. The new season came out.
Yep,
I've
excellent
been
so far.
enjoying that as well. I do like the fake porn version of Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn to start the show. I was
Yes.
like, that is fucking hilarious. And then like Commissioner Gordon's like, wait, let's hear them out.
Yeah.
That Commissioner Gordon is probably the most realistic depiction of an actual cop.
A cop that
Like
goes through what Gotham City throws
Yes,
at you.
yeah.
That is what you have at the end of the day.
And how did the Joker win the mayor seat? I don't get this. Like, I just don't
He's
get it.
charismatic.
Good
bro.
guy Joker is
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yes,
Yeah.
good guy Joker. Like
He's like a good dad baking cakes.
Even-
PTA meeting.
even the evil Joker on that show is probably one of my favorite versions
Yes.
of it. He's such an asshole. He's like, "Don't worry, Harley, I'll get you out by the end of the night." Well, maybe next week. I have something to do. And then like 5 years later, this motherfucker's just living it up. He's such a narcissist and asshole in the best way on that show. But the villain that steals the show for me in that cartoon,
Bane.
hands down.
Oh yeah.
Hands down, Bane is
King
the
Shark's
fucking
not bad.
best. King Shark is not bad. He's played by Ron Funches.
Yes.
The fight in the last episode was.
Yes.
That's pretty good with his brother. That was a pretty good fight.
Yeah.
But Ron Funches
Check out real quick.
is a funny comedian himself.
Yeah.
So I really like him playing. Like he could have done the voice for King Shark in the Suicide Squad, and I would have been all in for that shit too. You know what I mean? So yeah, DC's making some strides to course correct
Yes.
Shazam looks to be a monster for DC.
Actually,
it does deliver.
Yeah, I think The Rock has been trying to separate himself from a lot of the DC stuff. At least he's definitely been trying to separate the Black Adam from Shazam.
Yeah, all eyes are on Black Adam right now.
I forget
because
who-
He really does have to deliver a fantastic
There's been a couple
movie.
people that
Yeah.
they've been named to kind of plausibly start
They look like they threw a lot
being
of
put
money at
in
it.
charge of DC. I know at one point they were talking about Greg Berlanti,
Mm-hmm.
but then there's another gentleman. I'm forgetting his name right now. So there's a couple people they're actually talking about to kind of be the overseer and
Sure.
kind of keep everything.
They're Kevin
all-
Feige, so to speak.
Yeah.
But here's an
So
interesting
there's a couple
thing.
names bouncing back and forth. So it'd be interesting if they could get somebody
Yeah.
to kind of rein it in.
No, but
Yeah.
one of the guys that they were saying, he said absolutely if they put him in charge, he wants to bring back the Snyderverse.
Yep.
So with that,
If you can make a 4-hour movie interesting,
Yeah.
go for it.
yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
shit.
I mean that means though they're gonna give Jared Leto another swing at the bat.
No, they're not.
Because if you bring back the Snyderverse, you got to bring back that Joker, don't you?
Maybe.
And you got to bring back Batfleck.
Are we bringing back Ezra Miller?
Then you got to bring back Ezra
can't
Miller.
bring back
Like,
Ezra
bring back
Miller.
the whole fucked up family. Throw them in a goddamn movie. Let them live in the same house. I say, look, hold on, Eddie. Hear me out, right?
Wow.
You
now,
do
we're
this-
now we're making a left.
No, hold on
No,
a
you
second.
just
No,
throw
we're
a
making
bunch of alcohol in,
Yes.
and then surprise.
No, you put them in
Fuckboy
one
Island.
house. No, not Fuckboy Island. I'm talking like Ultimate Fighter. Ultimate Fighter, right? Once a week, you let them fucking fight it out in a ring with Ezra Miller.
The real world, the Snyder Cut edition.
I'm in. Let it be as fucked up as humanly
I
possible.
mean, I'm interested in seeing everything that hit the floor from the first Suicide Squad movie because apparently they had filmed essentially like 2 movies.
right.
And they had scrapped everything from like the first one and made a whole second one, and that's what was released. So it's like how much I would like to see what his actual attempt at the Joker was, because at the end of the Snyder Cut, that was an interesting Joker.
It was.
So it's like what are we missing from what was attempted to be done?
Right.
I like old grumpy Ben Affleck Batman. At least at the end of the Snyder Cut, I did.
And
Yeah.
that's where they showed more of the personality. When you're forced to work with your arch nemesis, like it does create an interesting dynamic. I think that's what people really like. They're like, oh
Deathstroke
shit.
was there too.
Yeah.
Deathstroke was there.
I was excited to finally see a theatrical Deathstroke. Although the Deathstroke that I loved the most was in the Arrowverse.
Yeah.
It was the guy from
Yeah.
Spartacus, and like he was like movie quality level Deathstroke on a CW show,
on a
like,
TV show. Yeah, it
he
was
fucking delivered. You know what I mean? I was like, that's my Deathstroke. You know what I mean? Because Deathstroke should be a badass assassin who, by the way, fucks up Batman in the comic books. So all you Batman fans, fuck you because he can't kill Superman.
I mean, he can't. I mean,
He can't.
for all of Batman's successes. We know, Deathstroke gives it to him. The quarter owls, it takes him way too long to figure out the quarter owl. When he finally figures it out,
Yep.
other people like the Martian Manhunter are like, oh, it fucking took you long enough.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
So, I mean, he does have his flaws that are never really explored all too much.
Yeah, so there are definitely some things there. What are some other trailers we had to see?
Mo was,
Mo.
I believe that's a TV show.
yeah, Mo looked. Yeah, he looked okay.
It looks funny, right? It looks like it could be a good show. It's again like if you're into like different kind of cultural nuance TV shows.
He's a Palestinian in Texas.
Yes.
Who's trying to get his papers.
Right, and doing a lot of illegal shit.
Statistically,
in the
not
process.
an easy place to be.
Yeah, so it looks like it could be a funny show, and it's lighthearted. So it definitely has some interest for me because I do like shows like that myself.
Talk about trailers. I'm actually, as soon as I get home, I'm probably gonna take a look at Cyberpunk Edgerunners.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I never even played Cyberpunk, but that trailer, that looked like it slaps, man.
No, that fucking cartoon looks anime. Excuse me.
Yep.
Pardon me.
Yeah, you watch your
Yeah,
goddamn-
I don't want to get beat up over here. I'm in
Watch your mouth.
strong company here. No, but that looked fucking sick as fuck.
Yeah, because the game itself is just as brutal with some of the things that happen. I mean, the places you go to get your implants are called Ripper Docs. You know, like it's not exactly a super friendly sounding name.
Right.
And they're in there replacing like organs and limbs and shit like that. And when you have expensive items like that and everyone is using them, you have an underground of people kidnapping people to fucking salvage parts.
Nice.
So that's a part of the game that goes on.
The future looks bright.
So wait, do you have to kidnap people to get parts for yourself sometimes?
No, but you will run into dens of people that do that. They kidnap and they take people hostage and they salvage parts off of living people.
It sounds like it would be something feasible. Like if you had people running around with like high-tech gear and people want shit. Like, look, people were robbing chains and sneakers back in the day. Imagine you're walking around with like a $10,000 arm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Them motherfuckers is going to snatch that arm, bro.
I mean, you have, and part of the game as well, you have the ability to like record memories and transfer arms. So like experiences are a thing people sell. So in one of the missions I was playing, it's pretty early on in the game, you're walking through the memories of two people that go to rob a store so they could record it for an adrenaline high.
Nice.
Right? So he gets his guy worked up, he gives him a gun, he sends him in there, he does the robbing, and on the way out, he double times him and shoots him in the back of the head.
Fuck. What a dick. But see, that actually reminds me of an older episode of like Star Trek Voyager, where they were on a planet and they were trying to get technology from them, and what they traded on were memories and stories. But the most like murder and crime was just illegal, and it was just unheard of on the planet. So any kind of violence or rage was like what they wanted. That's what they were selling. It was like on the black market.
Yeah, the black market was anything violent.
Yeah. So the people on the planet wouldn't give them the technology, but they're like, hey, listen. What do you got on some fighting, some murder, any war memories? We'll trade you what you need.
Black market's like, you give us everything you have, and you'll find the technology all of a sudden.
Yeah. It was actually a pretty good episode. But yeah, another show that's like that was Altered Carbon. I don't know if you've seen that.
I remember it being on Netflix. Yeah, I think I watched an episode of it. It looked good. It looked like promise.
It actually, if the first season was fantastic, second season I couldn't get behind for whatever reason. I just was uninterested. And it was Anthony Mackie who was the lead in that. And it's not that he was bad acting or anything like that. It was just the whole first season storyline was far more interesting than the second season. But that's one of those shows where it's like, even if you die, you have a chip in the back of your neck that you can download into another body.
That sounds fun.
So what they would do is like the super rich would have clone versions of their perfect bodies waiting to download and put into another body. If you were poor and you died, but you had just enough money to survive, they would put you in like a random body from the morgue. So like you could be like a 60-year-old man put into the body of a 13-year-old girl when you die, and it's like, okay, well, this is the only body we had left, and this is what you can afford.
This is what you get.
Oh yeah,
that sounds so wrong.
Oh yeah, it's some weird shit. And then so there was like a murder mystery. The rich guy was like, hey, somebody killed me. I want to figure it out. So
you could be like an old racist dude, and they put you in like a Jamaican guy.
Oh!
I like that idea.
That's just called karma.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
But then there was like also like in a religious sect where it's like, no, when I die, I die. Do not reincarnate me and put me in another body. So there were different aspects to the show, and I really liked it. The first season anyway. So I was sold on Altered Carbon. I like good sci-fi, so that was one of them.
House of the Dragon's still good. Still keeping me interested. Team Damon. Damon Targaryen.
I'm not on his team.
Oh,
he's a creeper.
You're riding with Princess Rhaenyra?
Yes. Listen, that whole second season was dope. Spoiler alert. When she came in at the end there with that dragon, and she like showed everybody up, I was like, yeah, see? Yeah. But they didn't like that either. Those motherfuckers did not like to be showed up by the little princess girl swooping in on the dragon.
I mean, walking around with a dragon makes other people upset?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's making power moves, though, man. People are marrying, the hand of the king marrying off his daughter.
I'm with the king, though. Like, he had to walk around with that little girl, like, I can't. He's like, I can't do this.
No, you can't support that marriage.
Yeah, come on, man. And he's like, what the fuck? He's like, I know I'm the king. I know I got to do shit. Well, come on, people.
I ain't doing this.
Come on. What are we doing here? I'm the king, huh? I marry who I want to.
Yeah, I'm not having it. Well, yeah,
he's still marrying.
He's still married pretty young. But
yeah, but definitely not as young. Yes. So, you know,
Slightly less creepy.
slightly less creepy,
But not much.
but still creepy.
Still creepy. Almost as creepy as Damon putting that necklace on his knees.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
He was sweating hard,
Let me
bro.
see your neck.
He was sweating hard. Beautiful. No, that's not good. That's not a good look. I like the aesthetic of the Crab King, or what do they call
Crab
him?
feeder.
The Crab Feeder, the pirate.
Staples people on a beach and lets the crabs eat them.
Bro, you seen like people like half mutilated.
Oh, they were still alive.
alive getting eaten by
They
the
were
crabs.
alive being eaten by
Bro,
crabs.
wouldn't you die of shock though? Technically, right?
yeah,
like if
yeah.
half of your body is being eaten alive.
Also, them crabs gotta be pretty bold. to
You'd
be
be
eating
surprised the things they figured out. For instance, certain torture, they would hang you upside down so that you wouldn't pass out from blood loss. So the blood would stay more pooled around your head. So they found ways to keep you alive while doing really horrific things to you.
That sounds like something. What was his name? The Terrible.
Ivan the Terrible.
Ivan the
Oh
Terrible.
yeah, the Impaler.
With the,
Yeah.
yes.
Vlad the Impaler.
Vlad the
yeah.
Impaler.
Yeah.
Yes, that's who I was thinking
There's a
about.
hobby.
Yeah.
How can we
He was
stick
a sick fuck. He
put a
wanted
stick
to.
through your bowels and out your throat and keep you alive?
Alive.
Yeah.
Hang there,
Yeah.
yeah.
That is a man who had issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he once ate some Turkish visitors that came to his castle, and they didn't take their hats off when they bowed at him. And he nailed their turbans to their head.
Yeah.
Sent them
Yeah.
home.
Listen,
Yeah.
Their-
take your turbans off, bro.
I mean, yeah, I'll do whatever the hell Vlad says when I go to his house. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, that's one of those like, we need you to send a message to who? I think I quit. Yep, I think I quit. I quit.
Yeah.
I'm going home. You can find somebody else.
Yeah. Oh, the guy that covers the road to his kingdom with impaled bodies? Yeah, no, we're not going there. Not going to go say hi to that guy or tell
Definitely.
him shit.
Definitely not gonna hang
Send
with
a
that
carrier
dude.
pigeon. Send a fucking carrier pigeon.
That's when you send the hand to the king. Go along, sir. Speak for me, boy.
Dude's going to come back the nub of the king.
Yeah. I mean, but how many times did that go bad for like people in the Viking show? They're like, no, you go talk to them and come back to me later on and let me know what they say.
It's never a good job being the messenger.
No, especially when you got to deliver the.
A shitty message.
And he said, no, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, Henry of Yorkshire says, fuck you.
Did he?
Yeah.
I have a message for him. Take his hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Take his fucking
I
hands.
was like, wait, how's that going to tell him anything? How does cutting my hands off, sir?
That was like in Peacemaker. He's like, he's torturing his friend. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. You tortured the shit out of him. He'll never talk. He's looking at him like, what?
He's like, wait, was he trying to cut his dick off?
Yeah.
No, he was cutting his toe off.
Yeah, cutting his toe
He's like,
off.
these scissors are so dull.
Why is it so dull?
He's like, and then he's fucking over. I'll never talk. I'll never say anything.
No, he was like, he'll never talk. He'll never talk. He's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, he's like, they were cutting my toe off. You didn't say anything.
Oh shit! All right,
God
so
bless.
to end the show, guys. Out of the trailers we've seen today, what are your?
Oh, you don't want to talk about the depressing looking The Sun?
No, I do not want to talk about this.
I clicked on it because I saw Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, if you want to cry,
No, I don't want. Yeah.
anything outside of the Wolverine, I don't want to see Hugh Jackman doing. Period. I hate to be the one to say it. I don't care if you're singing with circus animals.
What about Les Miserables?
I don't care if you're
That's
singing with
definitely a
orphans.
pass.
I don't care if you're talking about your son who hates your new marriage. I don't want to see any of that shit. Put some fucking claws on, brown and yellow. Team up with Deadpool. Let's fucking go.
Just shutting Hugh Jackman's whole career down.
Fuck what you want to do. You ain't Daniel Radcliffe.
I gotta double check the second episode because I believe there was a little thing they snuck in, hinting at Wolverine being alive currently in the Marvel universe.
That would be cool.
I'd seen a little picture. I can't confirm if it's real or not.
Yeah.
But
Maybe
I
some
know,
more deep
I know,
diving.
you know, scrolling through some stuff, it popped up a couple of times. I'm like, okay. When I watched the episode, and I know I didn't see it when I watched it,
Yeah.
but it might be worth a second viewing just to see like what the whole thing actually says.
I think for me, going back to the trailers, me time. I'm a sucker for a fucking good comedy.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg, Kevin Hart, I love them both. It looked really funny from the trailer. Again, we've been deceived in the past. From the trailer, I like it. I'm gonna go with me time.
I'm gonna go with Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Reason being, I'm an anime guy. It's kind of my thing. I never played Cyberpunk, but then again, I never played League of Legends either. And when I dove into Arcane, it was fantastic. So I'm hoping it's one of those things where you don't need to know about the lore and stuff. And plus,
But the trailer looked amazing.
Yeah,
that's how you do it.
Amazing.
Yeah,
that's how you do it.
The trailer looks fantastic, and it does look like they capture a lot of the stuff that goes on in the world. Cyberpunk itself, I don't even think I'm halfway through right now. It's a huge game. It really is a lot of game in there to get through. And if it's the start of a franchise, they were supposed to do a bunch of expansions. They've been so busy with updates. I wouldn't be surprised if they never managed to get to the actual expansions. But the world itself that they built is definitely fleshed out enough.
They should go back to The Witcher.
Where it warrants, if not a massive expansion, another game. They definitely made some massive failures while launching this game. But if it would have launched at the patch where it's at now, it wouldn't have been any issue. It would have definitely missed, on the groundbreaking AI and some of this and some of that was supposed to be in it. But overlooking like the issues that every game has with AI, if it would have launched the way it is now, it wouldn't have had the problems that it really. I mean, I didn't even play the original because of how bad. I mean, awfully bad it really was. There were people that did hugely long videos
of just how bad it actually was.
The channel on YouTube, Beat 'em Ups, he actually made a whole music video making fun of how bad. There was so many errors in the game. He was able to make a music video and have that much stuff be able to rhyme and make fun of the game. It's absolutely atrocious how bad that game launched.
I waited for reviews to come out, and I was excited because it was CG Project Red.
Right.
And then as soon as I saw the reviews, I was like,
"You're like, yeah, fucking
that one."
So what about you, Ed? What are you looking forward to?
Oof. Honestly, the same thing with Ian. I'm thinking of the Cyberpunk. I'm into that world right now a lot. I've been playing the game with as much free time as I do manage to get.
You'll probably enjoy it more than me then.
And they really did build a proper world off of there the same way they did with The Witcher. So kind of being their kind of in-house baby. They don't have. I know Cyberpunk comes off of something, but I don't think it's playing off of the main source material as much as the way The Witcher did.
Right.
So I think it is more of in their hands in terms of the IP being built versus The Witcher, which has all the books and the short stories that they literally pulled from to make the game.
Okay.
So I think that it'd be interesting to see what they could do because it looks really actually gory from the trailer that Netflix has put together. It looks like a real heavy anime action.
Yeah. Like true to it.
Yeah. So that really is what I'm looking forward to right now.
For the Cyberpunk. Yeah. Is it out already?
I don't believe it's out yet. Okay. They've been working on it for a while. I don't know if they deliberately held off on putting it out after everything that was going on with the game versus they were just
September. Never mind.
Yeah.
We'll not be watching it tonight.
No, I think most of what we looked at is upcoming like next month stuff here. Okay. So there's nothing I don't think that's like dropping right this second.
Lastly, before I forget, we were talking about it earlier at the gym, is Lord of the Rings has been getting great reviews all across the board. Everybody's saying that it's, as far as the critics are concerned anyway, it's fantastic. It's gonna deliver, and I really hope that it does.
Yep.
Because it's something I'm looking forward to.
Plausibly, 2 massive fantasy shows running in tandem.
I'm in.
I called this. I said it was going to be a pissing contest.
Yeah.
And it's going to see who drops the ball first.
Yeah.
Who pisses off the masses.
Do you think they're going to go as heavy into like
Token lore.
some of the gore and nudity that HBO does.
I don't think you can compete with the nudity because Game of Thrones kind of has a thing. Man.
They have it cornered. Yeah.
I mean, episode 1, we had Damon fucking. We
Yeah.
had one of the most brutal cesarean births ever filmed.
Yep.
I
The
was like,
dragons were fucking.
A cart full
Yeah.
full of limbs. There was a cart full of limbs.
Oh yeah, he was
Yeah.
like thief, hand, rapist, cock. Like it's like, he's a murderer. Boom. I was like,
Yep.
wow.
But that shit was funny though.
Yeah.
Damon came in there like, "You want me to be the guard? No fucking problem."
Yeah. He straight up said, he said nobles are scared to travel to the city. He's
Goddamn
like,
right.
I'm gonna clean it up.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna clean it up. I'm just gonna go. Fucking.
And he sat at that table so fucking smug. They're talking shit about him, and he's just like, "Yeah, but aren't you afraid to walk through the streets? Not anymore, huh, bitch?
Right.
Not anymore."
Would you like one of these fine gold capes?
And, yeah. And he couldn't have been that bad of a leader because how many gold cloaks left with him?
Goddamn right. They follow him
He had,
to hell.
he had an army.
He
of
has
gold
a
cloaks.
fucking army behind
But
him.
notoriously, when the soldier or the general that fights with their men will follow them.
Yeah.
And now he supposedly may have a very large navy, depending on how this agreement goes.
No, he already has a fucking dragon.
Listen, that was
He's got an air force.
He has an army and a dragon.
That was a
That's
sick
a
twist.
fucking problem.
A big dragon.
Yeah, that was a
much
sick
bigger.
twist at the end there. I did like that. So now here's another thing for people that are saying that he is not a creeper. I've already read articles online to corroborate my theory that he's a fucking creeper. He marries her in some. They're said that in the lore of Game of Thrones that's already known through the books, he is said to have married
Okay.
Rhaenyra. But they don't know if they're gonna keep that
I
in the
really
show.
hope that's a
But they
creepy
did
twist.
say that something along the lines of that
So,
happens.
yeah, we might have some family trees that are already established.
So when that happens, everyone's gonna jump over to Lord
Yeah,
of the Rings.
listen. Episode 1, the Lannisters were fucking, and they threw a kid off, and they put him in
That
a
is
fucking
that
wheelchair.
is
Yeah.
true. That is
Okay,
true. We saw
so
incest and a child thrown from a
People
window.
love.
Game of Thrones don't fuck around.
and
Everyone.
the guy you expected to be saved gets beheaded. Like,
That's
wait
right.
a minute. This isn't how a
Ned
TV
Stark?
show
Oh,
goes.
was it Ned Stark?
Sean Bean has no luck.
Like, what the fuck?
Lord of the Rings, first movie, Boromir gets shot to death.
Wait a minute, where's the archer? Someone is supposed to save this man. Clearly, he's the good guy.
Well, and that's why George R. R. Martin killed him.
Goddamn right. Look, as people, we love fucked up things. Speaking of fucked up things, this episode's coming to an end. Thank you for joining us here at the Sofa Kingdom Podcast, where you can find us on all your social media platforms at,
Sofa Kingdom OFC,
and you can find us on YouTube at.
Sofa Kingdom Podcast.
Ian, take us away.
Like, subscribe, share, tell people about us. We appreciate you following us to make other people follow us.
That's right. Even if you have to put them in an armbar to do so.
Yes, if you have to do it by force, we don't care here.
Take
Yeah.
their phone, hit the subscribe button for their behalf.
In fact, take all their stuff. Take their laptop, multiple devices.
Yes. Sign in through all the accounts.
Yeah, just wait for them to sleep and then hold the phone over their face so that you can log in.
Create multiple emails. And just continue to subscribe.
That's how we do it here. I am definitely looking forward to the Lord of the Rings, though. I'm hoping that it is what they're saying.
It can't fail.
Yeah.
Jeff won't let it fail.
Oh, it can fail.
He better
It
not.
ca- it can
He
fail.
better find himself some real estate up in fucking space.
Question is, will it be the most expensive failure?
Well, yeah, it'd be the biggest disaster in Amazon's history.
It absolutely would with the amount of money they sunk into.
I don't even want to know. Is there a way we can look up the production value?
Sure, it's gotta be there, or at least some kind